So firstly, I want to share this quote by John Wooden. The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching. So, etong quote na to is related sa presentation namin mamaya and gusto ko lang muna kayong tanungin kung nag-agree ba kayo sa sinabi ni John Wooden. Good day everyone, I am Marinelle together with Raya and Nati para i-discuss yung The Ring of Gyges na nasa book ni Plato na The Republic.
Okay, for the background of this report, Plato was from Athens, Greece, born on 428 BCE or 427 BCE, and he died on 348 or 347 BCE. Plato founded the Academy, a school formed for scientific and mathematical investigation. Plato is most renowned for his philosophical writings. Okay, for the background, for the reference of this report naman, The Republic, which is Plato's work, it is thought that the Republic was written in the first of the 4th century BCE, likely between 380 and 375 BCE, around the time that he founded the Academy. It is a philosophical text that explores the nature of justice and the ideal society. Next slide, we have the characters. Socrates is Plato's friend and mentor, while Glaucon is the main speaker of the story. He is also the elder brother of Plato. He expresses a widely and deeply held ethical point of view known as egoism. Glaucon believes that we are acting para sa self-interest natin and kaya lang naman daw tayo gumagawa ng tama kasi takot tayo sa mga punishments.
So, let's have a short recap lang muna about sa the book 1 ng The Republic para mas maintindihan natin or mas masundan natin yung flow. So, sinabi doon ni Socrates na to be just is therefore to be good and wise, and to be unjust is to possess a defective soul. Meron pa siyang sinabi na about sa justice na hindi siya tool of government at hindi rin siya tool ng kahit sinong individual for their own gain. Yun yung sinabi niya nung na-encounter niya yung ibang character sa book 1 ng The Republic. And itong ideas na to ay importante para sa topic namin mamaya i-discuss. So, simulan natin sa kung saan nag-disagree si Glaucon, which is na-mention kanina sa characters na brother ni Plato. Nag-disagree siya dun sa sinabi ni Socrates about good and justice. Hindi siya persuaded sa mga sinabi ni Socrates. Then, tinanong niya kung ano raw ba yung mabuti, what is the good, at ano daw ba yung basihan ng pagiging mabuti. Natanong niya rin kung ano ba yung justice at nag-exist ba to, at ano ba yung desirable sa justice. So, madami siyang tanong, talagang hindi siya persuaded dun sa mga sinabi ni Socrates. At gusto niyang ma-explain ni Socrates yon. So, nagpatuloy yung conversation hanggang sa kinategorize niya yung human goods into 3 classes of desire. Yung una is things good in themselves. So, walang ibang reason. Mabuti lang siya sa sarili niya. Mabuti yung bagay na yun. One good example dito is yung enjoyment or mga bagay na na-enjoy natin. So, yung mga bagay na yun, masaya lang tayo pag ginagawa. Walang reason or anything. Masaya lang tayo pag ginagawa natin yun. Next is yung things na good both in itself, saka good for its consequences. So, parehas. Parehas na good sa itself at consequences. For example nito, kunwari, mahilig kang magbasa at na-enjoy mong magbasa. So, kapag nagbabasa ka, nafe-feel good ka. At the same time, maganda yung results niya, yung consequences niya because you gain knowledge. So, yung unang class is itself lang. Maganda lang siya. Walang kahit anong, hindi dahil sa consequence kaya siya naging maganda. Maganda lang yung bagay na yun. At yung isa naman ay parehas na parang good yung bagay na yun in itself tsaka dahil sa consequence nun. So, yung last naman is good na only for its consequences. For example, hindi mo gusto yung nagre-review. Ayun, pero may exam kayo. So, kahit ayaw mo, gagawin mo siya because you know na maganda magiging result ng exam mo kapag nag-review ka. Another example is medical treatment. For example, takot ka sa syringe or kahit sa anong gamot or injection. Pero need mo siya para gumaling ka. So, gagawin mo kasi gagaling ka nga doon. Nung sinabi ni Socrates na justice falls under the second category, which is yung justice is good in itself and its consequences, inopose ito ni Glaucon at dun niya shinare yung The Ring of Gyges. Now, let's move on sa mismong myth or story ng The Ring of Gyges para ma-visualize nyo yung arguments niya.
Okay, next we have the background of the story. First, si Gyges kasi ay isa siyang shepherd under the service of King Lydia. Tapos merong malaking earthquake and great storm na nag-cause ng opening sa earth malapit dun sa place where he was feeding his flock. Tapos pagsilip niya dun sa opening, may nakita siyang dead body of statue with a gold ring. Ang ginawa niya, kinuha niya yung singseng dun sa dead body and then umalis na siya. Next, he discovered that the ring could make him invisible. He was chosen to be a messenger for monthly report in the court about the flocks to the king. When he arrived, nung nalaman niya yung ability nga nung ring kapag suot niya, when he arrived sa palace, sinudyos niya yung queen, tapos with her help, nagtulungan sila para pabagsakin yung king, and then kinuha niya yung kingdom. He took the kingdom. Suppose now that there were two such magic rings, and the just put on one of them and the unjust the other. So kung iisipin natin, kung merong two magic rings that make everyone invisible, yung isa sinuot ng just na tao at yung isa naman sinuot ng unjust na tao. Sa tingin natin, ano kaya yung mangyayari? Let's see. Okay, when we talk about just and unjust kasi, kapag sinabing just, ito yung mga mararangal na tao who is inclined towards justice and fairness. While the unjust person naman, sila yung mapanlamang, also known as mapanlamang, na leaning towards injustice and dishonesty. It is proposed na walang tao is inherently unwavering and incapable of failing to uphold justice under any conditions. Considering kasi yung mga temptations that they will encounter along the way. Kasi sino ba naman ang hindi matetempt given the chances and the opportunities that they have? They can do everything that they want with no consequences or punishments. Sinasabi lang dito na kahit yung pinakamatino or pinakamarangal na tao will fail to resist the pressure of temptations of the unjusting to the point where he will forsake his principle for unrestrained authority and gratifications. Ang sabi daw, yung kahit yung pinakamarangal na tao, kaya niya pa rin gumawa ng mali kung meron siyang chances given the temptations and the chances that they will have. Kasi, halimbawa, kahit ikaw yung pinakamabait or pinakamarangal na tao sa lahat, kung meron ka naman nung magic ring na to, kaya mo pa rin gumawa ng masama. Kasi wala namang makakakita, wala rin namang punishment, sinong makakaalam, kundi ikaw lang. So, iyon, to the point na makakalimutan mo yung mga prinsipyo mo sa buhay at gagawin mo na lang kung ano yung gusto mo. Para silang, you can go to the market ng kunin lahat ng gusto mo, you can go to other person's house, tapos gawin mo rin yung kung ano yung gusto mo. It's like, sabi nga dito sa reference natin, the Republic, they are like God in the middle of, sa gitna ng mga tao. Kasi they can do everything that they want. They can do everything that they wish for, and with no punishment.
Ngayon naman ay himayin pa natin yung story at maghanap tayo kung ano ba yung mai-imply natin from the story. First is, why is there a law? So, imaginein muna natin na yung mundo na wala pa yung batas, ganyan. Walang rules, walang laws. So, ano kaya ang mangyayari? Ano sa tingin niyo ang mangyayari? Hindi ba parang ang gulo? So, ayun. Sabi niya, to do injustice is good. And to suffer injustice is evil. Equivalent nito yung to do wrong is desirable and to suffer wrong is undesirable. So, si Glaucon, naniniwala siya na selfish ang nature ng tao. So, kung walang rules, most likely, i-harm nila yung isa't isa or gumagawa sila ng injustices sa isa't isa. And upon experiencing or suffering sa injustices na yun, nagkasundo sila na wag nang i-harm ang isa't isa sa pamamagitan ng laws na kapag sumunod ka dito, lawful or just ka. Kasi nga, for Glaucon nga, people can either do no harm or harm each other. There's no in-between para sa kanya. So, saan ka doon? Gusto mo ba yung walang nananakit or may nananakit? So, from there, ayun nga, wala namang gustong nakakaranas ng injustices. Kaugnay nito, yung mutual agreements na social contract. Natatandaan nyo ba sila Hobbes, Locke, and Rousseau? So, sa tatlong ito, yung idea ni Hobbes at Glaucon yung similar na selfish ang mga tao at ang state of nature ay chaotic, kaya nagkaroon ng laws. So, justice is a mean or compromise between the best of all. Yung best of all is yung to do injustice and not be punished, and the worst of all is yung to suffer injustice without the power of retaliation. So, tandaan natin na justice, na kay Glaucon, justice is tolerated not as a good but as lesser evil. Next ay doon naman tayo sa why people act justly. So kung matatandaan nyo kanina, si Glaucon hindi siya nag-agree sa sinabi ni Socrates na ang justice is good in itself. Ngayon naman, alamin natin yung arguments niya for his stand na justice is good only for its consequences. Sabi nga niya, diba, people by nature is egoistic and selfish. So, ang gagawin lang nila yung advantages sa kanila. Kaya lang naman tayo nag-worry or may concern sa justice ay dahil unavoidable siya at dahil may laws and may punishments. So, ang sabi niya, justice is good only for its consequences. Bukod dun sa Ring of Gyges, di ba? Pinakita dun na dahil nagiging invisible si Gyges, at hindi siya mahuhuli, nag-lead yun para mag-act siya unjustly at patayin yung king. So, another example is, ito ay much possible in real life. So, kunwari, ngayong college, gusto natin mag-Latin honor. For example, graduating na tayo at may exam tayo na malaking percent sa grades. Tapos, need natin ng mataas na grade for this para makapag-Latin honor. Kasi kapag mababa grades mo, hindi kakayanin. So, may dalawa tayong choice. May choice tayong hindi manduga or may choice tayong manduga para makapasa. So, anong gagawin mo? Sa idea ni Glaucon, matetempt ka na manduga because you have a desire na makapasa. And kapag bumagsak ka, i-retake mo pa. Pero despite this, na possible na makapasa ka na sure na makapasa ka na, natatakot tayo na baka mahuli or malaman at dahil doon, ma-expel tayo. So, kung ang desisyon man natin ay hindi manduga, ito ay dahil mas advantages yon. Kasi mas okay na yung magre-retake tayo ng isang subject dahil bagsak, kesa naman hindi tayo makagraduate dahil sa expulsion. So, yung nag-motivate sa atin na maging just ay hindi mismo yung goodness in justice, pero yung advantage ng justice or result. So, ayaw lang daw ng mga tao na ma-harm sila ng punishments na meron kapag sumaway sila. So, dito na pumapasok yung tanong na kung wala bang consequence, may gagawa pa rin ba ng tama? Dun nga sa The Ring of Gyges, diba, what if daw sa just and unjust man napunta yung ring? Sabi ni Glaucon, parehas sila ng magiging behavior, ng path ng behavior. Kasi, justice is mahalaga lang para sa benefit na nabibigay nito. Ayun yung opinion, ayun yung stand ni Glaucon. So, kung wala namang nakakakita sa just na tao na gumagawa ng unjust acts, is walang magbabago. At describe din ni Glaucon na fool ang sino man na di gagamitin ang advantage na meron kapag nag-act tayo unjustly. So, next is related dun sa last na why people act unjustly. The appearance of being just is more desirable than actually being just. So, we know as a human kung ano ang just at unjust practices at dahil aware tayo dito, we can pretend to be one. We can pretend na maging mabait or just person kahit na sa totoo ay unjust tayo at nagagawa natin kahit anong gusto natin para lang safe tayo sa consequences na meron ang mga unjust person sa society. This way, yung pagpapanggap na to, mas beneficial siya. Why? Kasi sa idea nga ni Glaucon, to do injustice is desirable than to suffer injustice. So, dun pa lang sa pagiging unjust natin, may benefits na. And if you pretend to be a just person, makakaiwas ka sa punishment ng society sa mga unjust person at makukuha mo rin yung benefits ng mga just na tao like may good relationship sa karamihan, nilolook up, maganda yung tingin sa'yo. Kasi, aminin natin in real life, may mga just na tao na napaparusahan. Like, may yung mga napagbibintangan na nakukulong. While madami rin naman yung nagtatago lang sa maskara ng pagiging mabait or just, pero sa totoo kung ano-ano yung ginagawa. Pero hindi nalalaman, kaya hindi sila napaparusahan. So, sa dalawang situation na to, alin yung mas okay? Hindi ba yung unjust na nagpretend na maging just? Sobrang maximize yung benefits na natanggap niya. So, because of this, madaming nagque-question na bakit pa kailangan maging just ng tao kung pwede namang mag-pretend na lang. So, challenge ngayon ni Glaucon yung stance ni Socrates na justice is also a good in itself and not the consequences or rewards it brings.
So move on naman tayo sa topic ng egoism. So what is egoism nga ba? So it is the philosophy concerned with the self's role or ego, or ito kasi yung motivation and goal of one's own action. So egoistic theories are founded on the belief that yung lahat tayo acts only from the motive of self-interest. So sinasabi dito na you did a certain action in order to receive the happiness or the reward at the end. So parang, yun nga, gumagawa ka ng action na akala mo you're doing it for others, pero basically you're doing it for yourself. So in egoism, there are 3 types of egoism pala. So the first one is psychological egoism, the second one is ethical egoism, and the third one is rational egoism. So basically, silang tatlo nagre-relate sila on what you want to do and your own well-being. So for the first one is psychological egoism. So ito yung view na lahat ng tao, without exception, seek their own self-interest. So your motives are to serve yourself, and everyone acts only in their own interest. So even though people, tayo, may seem to act altruistically, kung parang we care and help others despite na hindi tayo makatanggap ng something in return or showing an unselfish act, sinasabi dito na basically, kahit akala natin ginagawa natin yung pagiging altruistically, meron pa rin tayo deep down na ginagawa to because of our own self-interest. So, someone that works for the benefit of others, basically, is actually doing it for themselves. So, they either do this kasi to make themselves feel good or because they like the recognition they get from doing good. So, psychological egoists claim that all of their actions are only to serve themselves. So, siguro kung mabibigay kong example dito is helping or volunteering at a local community center. So, although you have good intentions nga na makakatulong ka sa iba, kaya ka sumama dito, deep down inside, you have a self-interest na since pag tumulong ka kasi diba, sa mga community center, pwedeng makilala yung name mo, pwedeng magbago yung image mo na, ay, itong taong to, mabuting taong to dahil tumulong siya sa local community center. So, sinasabi dito na kahit ang goal mo is makatulong sa iba, pero deep down, yung self-interest mo kasi is para gumanda yung image mo sa ibang tao. So parang gusto mong ma-enhance yung social standing mo or to garner approval from others and improve your image. So yun yung sinasabi ng psychological egoism. So moving on, doon naman sa second, which is yung ethical egoism. So, yung ethical egoism naman is introduced by Henry Sedgwick. So, it is morally good to do whatever will give the best outcome for you. So, this is the ethical position which claims that it is always right to do what would benefit you the most. So, sinasabi lang na it is morally good to do whatever will give you the best outcome for you. So, what you should do more than what you want to do. So, kung ano yung gusto mong gawin, kung ano yung dapat mong gawin more than kung ano yung gusto mong gawin. So, siguro ang example naman dito is you have been unemployed for a certain amount of time. Tapos, yung financial situation mo medyo rocky and hindi siya masyadong maganda. Pero biglang may nag-stumble upon ka sa dalawang job opportunities. Yung first job opportunity, maganda yung values ng kumpanya. Gumagawa sila ng mga basically they are a responsible company. Their main goal is to help the environment by developing software for sustainable energy solutions. Pero they offer a low salary. Di ba kasi yung financial situation mo nga hindi maganda. So iisipin mo kung ito ba yung tatanggapin mo since nag-offer nga sila ng low salary. While yung second job opportunity naman kasi, however, high-paying job siya. So sobrang taas ng salary mo dito. However, they do not take importance with regards to the environment and have minimal to no goals when it comes to contributing towards having an impact on the environment. So basically, hindi masyado maganda yung values ng kumpanya to. Pero, as an ethical egoist, since sinasabi kasi dito na what you should do more than what you want to do. So, you decide to take on the second job as you prioritize your own well-being and para maayos yung financial situation mo. And to improve your quality of life. So, moving on for the third and last one, which is rational egoism naman. So, an action is rational if and only if it maximizes one's self-interest. So, basically, pag papansin natin, parang yung tatlong types of egoism naman is magkakalapit lang sa isa't isa. So, parang, yun nga, self-interest lang sila talaga naka-base. So, sinasabi rin sa rational egoism na rational more than moral. So, siguro ang example naman dito is, if given the opportunity to help others, and para makatulong sa iba, you participate in a charity event with no other benefit than helping the charity. Or kaya, may decision ka to stay at home and finish a novel or a painting that you are making, which could possibly give you fame and money. So, ang tinatanong dito, ano ba yung pipiliin mo? Would you rather stay home to finish your artwork or novel that can make you famous? Or kaya yung tutulong ka sa charity event para tumulong sa iba? So, pwedeng piliin dito sa rational egoism na mag-stay at home ka na lang at i-continue gawin yung painting or novel na ginagawa mo. Because perhaps, pwede ka rin kasi maging famous, di ba? Dun sa painting at novel. Tapos, pwede ka rin makatulong sa ibang tao since pwede kang makapagbigay ng impact sa buhay nila with your novel or your painting. And it could also give you a better quality of life since pag sumikat ka, tataas yung sweldo mo and magkakaroon ka ng iba't ibang benefits. So, yun nga, tataas yung quality of life mo. So, bali, ang sinasabi lang sa rational egoism is claims that doing what is best for you, best for your well-being is being rational. So, yun yung tatlong types of egoism. So, kung kanina, egoism yung pinag-uusapan natin. Ngayon, move on naman tayo sa topic ng hedonism. So, ano nga ba yung hedonism? So, hedonism is a word that comes from the Greek word hedone, which means pleasure. So, hedonism, ito yung ethical theory that pleasure is the highest good and proper aim of human life. So, parang sa buhay natin, pleasure yung hinahanap natin. So, we are living our life to experience pleasure and avoid pain. So, siguro ang example dito is hedonism activities can involve anything that brings someone pleasure. So, iba-iba naman tayo ng pleasure, di ba? So, sa atin nagde-depend yung kung anong klaseng bagay yung magbibigay sa atin ng pleasure. So, from physical pleasure, such as eating delicious food, o kaya, mental pleasures like reading book or learning a new language. So, dun pa lang sa physical pleasure, yung simpleng pagkain natin ng masarap na bagay, na pagkain, the act of eating magko-combine yung flavors, diba, in texture ng food, tapos pag-type mo pa yung pagkain, can bring a feeling of satisfaction and pleasure. So, while dun sa mental pleasure naman is na pag nagbabasa tayo ng libro or learning a new language, na-energize tayo or may pleasure tayo na natututo tayo ng something na bago.
What would you do if you were Gyges? Kung iisipin natin yung question na to, knowing the background of this report, parang ang hirap kasi mag-decide kung ano yung gagawin mo. Kasi just like Lucan said, kumikilos tayo based sa self-interest natin. And kaya lang naman tayo takot gumawa ng mali kasi takot tayo sa consequences and punishments. This story kasi is saying na if you wear this gold ring and magiging invisible ka, and yung mga actions na gagawin mo ay hindi naman malalaman ng kahit na sino. So, if I were Gyges, I'll probably go with the decision na maging unjust person. Kasi, if there is no punishment at all, I can live the life that I want. Yun yung point 1 ko. Tapos, being an unjust person kasi doesn't mean na to make crimes na eh. Parang I'll do anything lang because this is an opportunity or a free pass na parang for me once in a lifetime eh. So, ayoko namang sayangin yun. I'll do the things that I can't do when I am visible to everyone. And it was actually my dream when I was a child to be an invisible. So, yeah. If I wear this gold ring, I'll probably live in my childhood dream and it sounds fun for me.
So, if I were Gyges, I don't think nagagawin ko yung ginawa niya. I don't think papatayin ko yung king para maging king ako. Kahit na may sense yung mga sinasabi ni Glaucon dun sa book, pero hindi ako fully agree. I feel like kung papatayin ko man yung king, hindi kakayanin ng konsensya ko. Parang mababother ako everyday, hindi ako makakatulog ng ayos, magkakaroon ako ng defective soul, katulad nga ng sinabi ni Socrates.
So, para sa tanong na, what would you do if you were Gyges? So, for me, pag tinanong ako ng question na yun, siguro, ito-take advantage ko rin yung power ng ring. Since, pag nakuha mo nga yung ring, magiging invisible ka, di ba? So, para sa akin, siguro, I'll do things na, yun nga, medyo hindi legal. Kasi, syempre, opportunity yun eh. Yun yung opportunity ko na para gawin lahat ng kaya na pwede kong gawin while being invisible at wala naman makakakita sa akin. So, despite it being siguro morally wrong, since syempre, pag yun nga, di naman just yung ginagawa ko, unjust naman to eh. Parang pandadaya rin. Pero kasi yun yung ikabubuti ng sarili ko and yun yung ikabubuti ng lifestyle ko. Kunyari, pag invisible ako, iti-take ko yung chance na yun para magnakaw sa bangko or kumuha ng pera sa bangko. So, kukunin ko yung pera na yun para syempre, yumaman or ayusin yung quality of life ko, pati ng family ko. So, for me, syempre, maganda siya or parang, yun nga, makakatulong siya sa akin. So, mabuti siya. Pero syempre, sa perspective ng iba dahil illegal yung ginagawa ko, hindi siya mabuti. Pero for me nga, yun nga, gagawin ko pa rin yung ginawa ni Gyges, which is, use it for unjust things.